What up? It's Aaron Moses Gang. The name of this video is called Beautiful Trash. Excuse me. And this is obviously inspired by my favorite YouTuber, my favorite fallen YouTuber, mentor, Philip Brandon Gilmore, also known as Sinful the P. Now, the definition of beautiful trash is something, someone that appears to be appealing to the eye, but on the inside, they are trash, they are toxic, they're nasty. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna be talking about people, places, things, and opportunities that appear to be glitter, but they're in fact trash. Now, the first thing we're gonna talk about is the people, okay? The people. I'm not gonna just talk about the women, but I'm gonna start out with the women. I'm gonna talk about the men as well. This woman could have everything that you want, all the curves. You know what I'm saying? She works out. Her face just looks like everything that you want to see on a woman. The complexion, it's just beautiful. But when you step in that woman's house, but when you smell what her vaginas smell like, when you have conversations with her, she might be a dum dum, which is very, it sucks because I've been with just one woman that was absolutely gorgeous, but she was stupid. She was ignorant. She was closed-minded, and her ass couldn't read. And I didn't know that she had messed up teeth because we met on the internet. We FaceTimed, and I don't know what she did with the lighting, but no, her teeth, they did not like each other. They were not in alignment in any way. You know what I mean? And I found out that when she would be talking to me, she would be having notes. She would write down things and just trying to lay it on real thick. But when I got to her, I found out that she and education were she disdained education. You know what I mean? And I hate that about anybody. Just like my mom said, you know, the acceptance, the rejection of knowledge is the acceptance of ignorance. And she was best friends with ignorance and miseducation. I'm gonna give you one example. I invited this woman over my house. Beautiful, beautiful. And when I finally felt, you know, that it was time for me to get it in, she said she was on her period. Somebody say period, period. And I didn't believe her. I thought she just didn't want me to think that she was like that, like she was a 304 or, you know, just somebody who didn't respect themselves. But I was wrong. She was really on her period. You know how I knew? Because when this individual stood up and walked past me to go to the restroom, she smelled like something I had never smelled before and never smelled after that ever again. And I turned and I looked. I think I did throw up in my mouth just a little bit, just a little bit. And I turned and I saw this woman had on leggings with just a pad. And I asked her about it. I was like, so, what kind of underwear you got on, girl? You gonna wear them same underwear when you come back over here? Oh, I'm not wearing underwear. I told you, I'm on my period. I'm just wearing a pad and some leggings. I was like, beautiful. Trash. You nasty, bitch. But, okay, let's go to the gentleman. I was in a facility at some point, you know, and I was around a guy, I'm not gonna say his name. I was in Chicago, and this dude was working out every day. I think he was the biggest person in that facility at the time where I was. And he was a needy person, he was deceptive, and he was in there for not one, not his second, but his third domestic violence case. And I'm thinking, bro, you're speaking so intellectually. You know, you're a funny guy, but you can't keep your hands off the ladies, number one. And number two, when I try to relocate, you're like, bro, I'll literally pay you to stay in the same facility. I mean, in the same space as me, bro, because I don't like to switch roommates like that. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to be around you like that, bro. It's not even anything that's personal, which it was, but I just don't feel comfortable with this situation. He was just giving me this look, and I'm thinking like, see, that's why you beat women up, bro, because you have unresolved issues 9 times out of 10 with your mother, and you get triggered to the point where you get reduced to a child. Beautiful trash. Now, I'm not gonna go into all of that and say he was handsome, but he's probably something that the ladies would like to look at. We'll just leave it at that. Swole, but those two things, it's really one thing because it all ties into one aspect. Beautiful trash. Now we got cities. Now I don't mean to. If you're from LA, man, I just want to say shout out to you, man. I got a lot of love for LA, but at the end of the day, people flock to Los Angeles. People flock here, and they sacrifice everything. They're willing to be homeless. They're willing to give it all up just to be here. But at the end of the day, people even use the term Hollywood to describe somebody acting bougie and acting too good and changing in a way that's for the better, but rejecting people who are not in the same state as them mentally or financially. At the end of the day, Los Angeles is beautiful. It's dirty. Downtown is gross. It's homeless people everywhere. It's a whole it's cool stuff about LA, don't get me wrong, but out of all the places in America, it's expensive because you people act like this is the only place in the world where there's opportunities, but it's very devilish opportunities out here from what a lot of people say. Even Kanye West said it out his own mouth. If he had never moved to Hollywood, his mother would still be alive. That's what we call beautiful trash. You feel me? So where does beautiful trash come from? We're gonna break it down on a scientific level now. In the Bible, it states in 2 Corinthians 4:4 that this is Satan's world. Now, Saturn is one of the ruling planets of Satan, right? And Saturn has such a large energy field that it reaches from Saturn and actually affects the energy field more than any other planet in the solar system. If you want to consider the sun a planet, obviously not more than the sun, but more than any other body in the solar system. And what is Saturn symbolic of? Karma, time, and trade. Pretty much everything that we do as human beings is considered either a ritual or a ceremony, okay? Learn the difference. I'm not going to explain the difference between rituals and ceremonies in totality, but shaking somebody's hand and saying what's up is a ritual, and having dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, is more so synonymous with the word ceremony, depending on how you look at it. But you get the picture. Having graduation, that's a ceremony, and shaking up with your homeboys or calling your girlfriend every morning, texting her good morning is a ritual. Okay, so more examples of satanic influence coming from the planet Saturn would be getting a paycheck, working 80 hours and getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. That is satanic. Taking a woman on a date and paying $50 and not knowing whether you're going to get the cheeks or not, that is satanic. Paying bills is satanic. Those are things that go against nature, because all of those things, with the exception of maybe taking a woman out on a date, should be free. Okay? But at the end of the day, all of those situations are beautiful trash. Beautiful trash. What does beautiful trash have in common with satanic energy and Saturn rituals and ceremonies? Because it looks good, because it sounds good, because it feels good, because it smells good. But at the end of the day, it's really not good. What is Satan the master of, according to the Bible? Appearing to be one thing, but actually being another. Okay? A job promoting you to being manager while you have to make the same pay or just a little bit more pay, but having less of an enjoyable experience, that is beautiful trash. For the payoff to come later, and you're not gonna actually get that payoff until you go to the adversary, you go to the competitor, and get a different job. That's beautiful trash. And then you have to work that job for at least 2 years, and it's really no much more benefits than you being a regular worker. That's beautiful trash. Okay, you have to understand that a lot of people, not just women, not just men, a lot of people, they might look a certain way, they might sound a certain way, they might appear to be something, but like I just said in that old saying, everything that's glitter is not gold. Now where I work is in a very, it's in a luxury apartment, right? A lot of these people have money. Not everybody is a millionaire, but there are probably a considerable amount of millionaires. Okay. Now, me being a maintenance technician, I had to go in people's houses and fix stuff. I'm thinking these people are going to be mannerable. I'm thinking these people are going to be needy. I'm thinking these people are going to have tight schedules. They're going to carry themselves a certain way. They're going to be free of certain kinds of conditions and diseases. Not true. Just because somebody has money or more money than you, that doesn't mean that they're better than you. That doesn't mean that they have more manners than you, they were raised better than you, or they're more mentally healthy than you. Money doesn't mean anything. Because you can't pay for self respect. You can't pay for, excuse me, guys. You can't pay for self respect. You can't pay for manners. You can't pay for self love. You can't pay for certain teachings. Certain things just have to come to you through being trained as a child. But going in these people's houses and seeing that they live like they probably think people off of Slauson and Crenshaw live, or people off of, Adams and Western live. People that stay in the slums live a lot better. They're more mannerable. When I walked in West Adams, when I walked in the hood, in the morning, people were saying good morning. People were mannerable. People gave you eye contact, smiled at each other. A lot of these people don't even say good morning or hi or have a good day or how are you. They just keep looking at you or look down because they think they're better than you. And then you go in that same person's house and their house stinks. And there's stuff all over the counter. And there's dog pee and poop all over the floor. And there's cotton balls all on the sink. It's just nasty. How can you be so rude and uppity and act like this towards me when I'm supposed to be the person that's supposed to be the low life? I'm supposed to be the hoodlum. I'm supposed to be the hood rat chaser. I'm supposed to be the one that's living like this. And my house is cleaner than yours. And my girl's from the hood and is currently in the hood. And her house is much more clean than yours. And you're a millionaire and you're not. You paid all this money. You paid $6,000 a month and you went to school for 8 years to get that little degree to be nasty? Beautiful trash. Beautiful trash. And you look down on me for making the little amount of money I make, and compared to you, making money doesn't make you a better person. It makes you a more powerful person in some capacities, but if you don't have enough decency to clean up after yourself in your own house when you know it's gonna be people in and out your house, then that money did absolutely nothing for you, but just allows you to be nastier in a more luxurious place than you stayed before. That's beautiful trash to me. Beautiful ass trash. You know what I mean? So I do want to apologize for all my Los Angeles, if that's how you say it. Like I said, I have a lot of love for Los Angeles. Atlanta's beautiful trash too. Chicago is not even beautiful trash, it's just trash. But at the end of I got love for Chicago too, man. I got love for the crib, bro. But yeah, don't let anybody make you feel worse because they got more money than you, bro. Or you live in the hood and they live in some high-rise apartment, because a lot of these people are nasty. And if you have a nasty crib, you have a nasty soul. So you cannot tell me that you're better than me. You have bad manners and you have a nasty crib, you're not better than anybody. You're worse than most people because most people are not nasty. You know what I mean? But hey, bro, if a woman rejects you, she might be bad. She might look like Halle Berry in her prime. She might look like Jennifer Lopez in her prime. She might smell like the Garden of Eden on the outside, but on the inside, she might just be trying to save you. She might just be doing you a favor. She might just be manipulative and crazy and stink inside her pants. She might have all kind of mental health issues. She might just be trying to save you because she knows just by looking at you that you're gonna leave her and that's just gonna mess her up even more. She might just see a certain strength inside you and be like, nah, because I like to hit niggas, and if I hit this nigga, he's either gonna hit me back or he's gonna walk away. And I need me a man that's gonna let me beat up on him, and he's not gonna call the police on me. And I could just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow, like you see what I'm saying? So don't feel bad when a woman rejects you. I need you to feel empowered because you don't know what this woman is trying to save you from, especially if you look like you're something to behold, especially if you know that you could change her life in a positive way and you could offer her value. Because if she can't see that, that's on you. When I used to get rejected, bro, I would laugh because I would know that you just played yourself. You played yourself or you're helping me because you could smell it on me that certain things aren't gonna happen and certain things are gonna happen. And the same with I mean, ladies don't usually get rejected, but just because that dude is appears to be a certain way, that nigga just might be crazy. A lot of people, a lot of women nowadays choose with their eyes, which is nothing wrong with wanting to have a good-looking guy, but that's not you having lust is pretty much is just as bad for a woman to have a man that they lust because he might be doing something for you that might not be as good as you think, but just because you want to have sex with this man, you are taken to a different place. A lot of guys are master manipulators. A lot of guys, especially if they look good and they have a cool personality, they have probably a good amount of experience with a woman. And if they don't have any character, and if you see them treating somebody differently that they would treat you in a negative way, they'll do it to you. They will do it to you. If you see, uh, if you see a man lying, stealing, manipulating from somebody that they have no business lying, stealing, or manipulating to, especially their family, it's only a matter of time, sis. It's only a matter of time. Unless he's an actual criminal, even if he is. I don't even want to put any parameters around it, but at the end of the day, I want everybody to be aware of the beautiful trash when it comes to people, places, things, because there is always a trade off. It's always something. Nothing in life is perfect. Of course, nothing in life is perfect. This view is not perfect. It's beautiful, but it's trash at the same time. And I don't want you to think that just because a woman is attractive, that she's automatically going to be crazy. You know, she is. That she's automatically going to be entitled. She might be. You got to take your chances, but you have to experience life enough to be able to get your instincts, circulating, to get your intuition sharp. I'm going to give you another example. No Jumper. Very entertaining. But Adam is always on there saying some homosexual you know what I'm saying? Vlad TV, great, great platform. But Vlad over talks and he asks police questions that even make me uncomfortable hearing him ask these people. And all the people always go to jail or get, deleted after they mess with Vlad. I don't know what's going on with that. But that's an example of beautiful trash as well. I don't mean to talk you guys' ear off, man. It's Aaron Moses. Trying to be consistent with this, man. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not what it's not. I want you to comment the worst beautiful trash that you've ever experienced in the comments if you made it this far, man. Uh, that's it, man. I'm the band, you the band. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the band, you the band. We the band together, man. Life is in the birth. R.I.P. Simple to P. Breathe it in. Peace. Gang.